If you don't know what Mizu is, you got to check out this plant. It's really cool. It looks awesome in hanging baskets, pots in general. It's a trailing succulent. Unfortunately, it's not a cold hardy succulent, so I can't grow it in my cold hardy rock garden. And this is my cold hardy rock garden. Looking a little rough right now. Need to go through and do some cleanup. A few weeds here and there, some dead flowers and whatnot. Just needs a little makeover. I wish I could put the Mizu in it. That would be amazing. Now, I can grow the Mizu in it, but like I said, it's not a cold hardy succulent. So instead of planting it in the actual garden, I've decided to use it in a pot in this clay pipe that I have. I found this clay pipe in my woods. The people who used to live here, they kind of use the woods as their little dumping ground, and this is one of the things that I found in my woods. So I've just taken a 1 gallon pot, transplanted the Mizu in that, and this little 1 gallon pot just so happens to fit in this clay pipe perfectly. So that's what I'm doing with it. Now, like I said, it's not a cold hardy succulent, so this little guy is going to die. So I decided to take some cuttings of it, and I'm going to grow it inside year round, and then just gradually get it used to the outside in the spring so I can continue to enjoy this beautiful plant. So I've only water propagated this plant, and for me, that's probably what I'm going to continue to do because it roots really quickly and really easily. And this is all I do. Just pick a nice healthy branch. So let's get in there and see what we have. I'm picking this branch and I'm going to cut right here. It might be a little shorter than I'd like to use, but I like this spot because these will come out and continue to come over the sides and keep this area full. So I'm going to go with this one. I always cut my cuttings at an angle because that's going to give you more surface area for the roots. So I'm just going to cut these leaves off, and then I'm going to stick this little branch back in the dirt because that'll root too. And I want 2 nodes to be in the water, so I got to cut this off too, because I can't put that down in the water. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to pinch that off. And this other little piece, I'm just going to find an area in the pot where it's getting shaded so it doesn't melt in the sun. So I'll probably, let's see, a good spot. This probably be a good spot right here. It's going to get light and it's going to root. It's got some room to actually come up through. We'll see how it does. Maybe it'll root, maybe it won't. See if I can lean it up on the pot a little bit, help it out until it gets some roots, get a little stability. Just gonna use my scissors, poke a little hole in there. There we go. Oh, come on buddy, let's do this. There we go. That should be sufficient. And then I literally just stick this in the water and just wait for it to root. It won't take long at all. Like I said, this is a little shorter of a cutting than I would like, but it'll root just fine. This is a cutting that I started rooting about 2 weeks ago, and as you can see, it's rooted very well. It has very nice, healthy roots. It's growing great. One of the reasons I know that is because I just filled it up yesterday to right about here, and as you can see, it's used a lot of water. So it's ready to be potted up. It's ready to go. I'm not sure how important having two nodes is. As you can see, there's no roots growing out of the other nodes. Now, I don't know if that's just because I didn't stay up on keeping the water level above the second nodes. I'm not sure. Maybe it won't grow roots out of the second nodes. I don't know. I'm still going to continue to try to get at least two nodes. That's just something I always do. Alright, let's talk about lighting. We haven't talked about that yet, and it's pretty important. For this particular cutting, I wanted to root it inside because I plan on growing the plant inside. I just picked a nice well-lit area of my bay window, which is about a foot this way. So this lighting is pretty similar. It's basically bright indirect light. The goal is just to not overdo the light. I don't want to burn this cutting. I want it to root so I can grow a nice healthy plant. And then now that it's rooted, I'm going to pot it up and I will gradually introduce it to my grow light, which is far brighter than this area. The grow light's about 3 feet that way, so it is getting some of that light, but I'll just gradually introduce it to that area. Now, if I was going to grow this plant outside, I would do something similar. I wouldn't put the cutting in direct sunlight because that's just going to burn it up and kill it. Again, the goal is to get it rooted so I can grow a nice healthy plant. I would simply put the cutting on my porch where it's basically getting no direct light at all, but it is getting light. And then I look for little spots on the porch with some filtered light or some morning light, something that's not going to burn it. The goal is just bright light that isn't direct and going to burn your cutting. If you made it this far into the video, I'm going to give you an awesome tip on where to get cool bottles like these. This is an antique, and so is this one back here. This one's a little dirty, obviously. But anyway, thrift stores. Go to thrift stores. You can find bottles like these almost in any thrift store. This was probably, I guarantee this wasn't more than $1. I typically won't pay more than $1. This one right here, I believe, was 50 cents. So just go out, check out your local thrift store. You would be surprised at the things that you can find to grow plants in. Well, if you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful at all, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that too. Make sure to hit that notification bell. Feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and you have the best day possible.